Have you ever left a conversation feeling deeply unsettled, but you can't exactly explain why? You find yourself constantly apologizing. You edit your thoughts before you speak. Your confidence, which used to feel solid, now seems conditional. You might be caught in something far more subtle than a blatant lie or a loud argument. You might be on what psychologists call an invisible leash. We all know about gaslighting. But manipulation in our closest relationships, with a partner, a family member, a boss, or a friend, rarely starts with a grand, theatrical lie. It starts with a sigh, a backhanded compliment. A promise of love that comes with a hidden price tag. Today, we're moving beyond the basics. We're diving into the advanced, daily tactics, love bombing followed by devaluation, guilt-tripping disguised as concern, and strategic incompetence. We'll use proven psychological principles to understand why they work so well. And most importantly, we will build a practical, step-by-step detachment plan. This isn't about dramatic confrontations. It's about reclaiming your reality, your energy, and your autonomy, strand by invisible strand. The mechanics, Tactic 1, the bait and switch. The invisible leash isn't built in a day. It's crafted through a series of seemingly small interactions that exploit our deepest, most human wiring. Let's break down 3 common tactics using the work of influence expert, Robert Cialdini. First, the bait and switch of love bombing and devaluation. This hijacks Cialdini's principles of reciprocity and liking. It begins with overwhelming affection, praise, and gifts, the love bomb. You feel seen, chosen, and deeply indebted. This triggers our powerful instinct for reciprocity. We feel we must give back. Then, the switch. The devaluation begins, coldness, criticism, withdrawal. Now, your brain is trapped. To regain that initial high and pay that perceived debt, you start working for their approval. You are now chasing the reward they control. The mechanics, Tactic 2, the virtue mask. Second, guilt-tripping disguised as concern. This perverts the principles of authority and consistency. Here, the manipulator puts on the mask of the wounded saint or the wise authority. I'm so worried about you, or a dedicated team player would stay late. They frame their demand as altruism or wisdom. To disagree is to reject their love or concern. It makes you feel guilty and inconsistent with your own self-image as a good person, partner, or employee. So you silence your need to please theirs. The mechanics, Tactic 3, the strategic incompetent. Third, strategic incompetence. This exploits social proof and consistency. They forget, perform poorly, or play helpless. You, being competent and seeing no one else step in, that's social proof, take over. A pattern is set. Now, if you try to hand the task back, you're the problem. You're being inconsistent, not a team player. The leash is your own competence and reliability, weaponized against you. Transition to the signs. Individually, these moments seem survivable. Together, they form a system that systematically dismantles your trust in your own perception. The true damage isn't just in their actions. It's in the changes they create within you. Here are the 5 signs to watch for in yourself. Sign 1. Sign 1, the chronic walk on eggshells. Your primary goal in interaction is not connection, but risk mitigation. You are constantly pre-editing your words, moods, and opinions to avoid a sigh, a cold shoulder, or a passive-aggressive remark. Sign 2. Sign 2, the shrinking world. They subtly disparage what brings you joy outside of them. Your friends are so dramatic, that hobby is a waste of time. Gradually, your support system and passions erode, increasing your dependency on their approval. Sign 3. Sign 3, the language of non-apologies. I'm sorry you took it that way. If I hurt you. These statements pathologize your reaction and avoid any real accountability. True remorse, I was wrong to say that, I'm sorry, is conspicuously absent. Sign 4. Sign 4. Your successes feel hollow. Your achievements are met with silence, a subject change, or a story that one-ups you. Your joy is dimmed because it doesn't serve their narrative of being the superior, the needed one, or the victim. Sign 5. Sign 5. The crazy feeling. This is the core sign. You spend more mental energy debating your own right to feel upset than they spend listening to you. You have full, exhausting internal dialogues defending your perceptions. You feel hysterical or too sensitive for having normal human reactions to poor treatment. If you see yourself here, please understand this. Recognizing these signs is not a sign of your weakness. It is evidence of your awareness breaking through. And awareness is the first, most vital step to freedom. Introduction to the Detachment Plan. Breaking free is a process of reclamation, not a sudden explosion. Think of it as gently, firmly untangling each strand. Here is your plan. Step 1. Step 1, the reality check. Document, don't debate. Stop trying to convince them. Start convincing yourself. Keep a private, factual log. Note dates, times, and direct quotes. This isn't a diary of feelings, it's evidence against the fog of self-doubt. Seeing the pattern objectively breaks its spell. Step 2. Step 2, reclaim your vocabulary. Practice mental translation. Their concern is a criticism. Their joke is a hurtful comment. Their forgetfulness is a choice. Name the behavior, not their claimed intention. This reclaims your interpretive power. Step 3. Step 3, the boring response and the broken record. Manipulators feed on engagement, starve the tactic. That's one way to see it. I'm not available for that conversation. My decision is final. Then, state your simple boundary and repeat it calmly. Do not justify, argue, defend, or explain. Be a calm, boring wall. Step 4. Step 4, reknit your safety net. Reach out to one trusted person, you don't need the full story. Say, I value our connection. Can we spend more time together? Revisit an old hobby for 10 minutes. This rebuilds the external reality they've been trying to blur. Step 5. Step 5, define your line in the sand. Decide, privately, on one non-negotiable red line. One more insult. One more broken major promise. This isn't an ultimatum for them, it's a commitment to yourself. When it's crossed, you act. The action could be demanding therapy, a formal HR meeting, or quietly planning an exit. This returns ultimate agency to you. Conclusion and empowerment. The invisible leash survives in the shadows of doubt, obligation, and twisted love. Your power begins when you shine the calm, clear light of awareness on it. When you call guilt-tripping by its name, it loses its virtuous disguise. When you document the devaluation, you see a strategy, not your worthlessness. When you use a boring response, you disarm the drama. This journey isn't about changing them. It's about changing your participation in the system. It's about looking at that lingering feeling of exhaustion and finally having the words, the framework, and the quiet plan to understand why. The leash only exists as long as you don't believe you can turn and walk away. Start by turning and look at it. Really look. See it for what it is. Then, the choice to stay or leave, to engage or detach, becomes truly yours. You are not crazy. You are not alone. Your reality is valid.